Hey, how's it going everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. I appreciate it. So yesterday I decided to take the bike out for my first ever real ride in the real world. What do I mean by that? So yesterday I decided basically to take the bike to work, where I was going to have to travel at highway speeds to get into town. I would have to go through town hitting various traffic lights, stop signs, etc. For the most part I tried to stay on the back roads so that way I can avoid most traffic or most traffic signals or stoplights. I could just go, especially since it was my first time taking it out, like I said, in the real world. I have been in the residential twice, but I just got my permit the other day, so I hadn't really got the full experience of the bike. So I'm going to post a couple little clips while we're talking about this so you guys can see. So first time jitters. Here's the clip of me in the morning. Oh, not gonna lie. First day jitters. I've been debating whether or not I actually want to go through with this, but I think today I'm going to attempt to ride it to work. I've only been around the residential twice. Not sure this is a good idea, but hey, the only way you're going to learn how to ride one of these things is to get on the street. So let's do it. Alright, so you can see that I was a little bit nerve-wracked. I was questioning whether or not I even wanted to do this because I hadn't really been out at those kind of speeds before, nor have I really been out in the community with other traffic or traffic signals and stoplights. I was more worried about the people around me really than I was like my abilities on the bike. Yeah, I've never been at those speeds before, but I wasn't too overall concerned with that. Something else that I'd like to throw in there was that gear-wise, you can see that I wore my motocross pants because I didn't have riding pants. I don't know what kind of riding pants to wear. I didn't want to wear my my work pants or my Dickies because they offer like no protection. I felt that my motocross pants offered the most protection that I could get given the fact that I don't have riding pants. So I have ordered some. They should be here hopefully by Saturday. Same thing as shoes really, because I was riding around in my my Vans and they're not really like the most well, let's just say they're not really for riding. They weren't really meant for getting on street bikes and rolling out. But it was the only shoe that I had at the time at the house that didn't have laces, and my concern was that the laces would come undone, get wrapped up in the chain and everything else. So I decided to go with a laceless shoe. But then found out at work that there are some sneakers out there that do offer motorcyclists a great deal of protection. One pair happens to be made by TCX, I think it's called. And I've also ordered a pair of those, so those should hopefully be here on Saturday. So I probably won't be doing too much riding back out in town until after I get the jeans and the shoes for riding. But yeah, what an experience. Another thing that I've realized too was on the way home, and I'll try to throw another video clip in here, but the winds were so high that I was kind of wandering a little bit on the way back. To work wasn't so bad, but at nighttime coming home we get a lot of high winds, so I did kind of feel the bike wandering a little bit, at around 50 miles an hour. So I didn't bring it up to 55, which was the speed limit, but I did get up to about 50, 52 miles an hour. And, you know, I think that that was pretty good, especially considering I'd never been at those speeds before. So I was very excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time for the wind noise. I have a GoPro Hero 4 Session. It offers no microphone attachment for it, so the wind noise is just really, really bad when riding. So until I can get that figured out, there's going to be a lot of wind noise in the videos that I'm posting. But I figured it'd be pretty cool to kind of make a vlog series about my riding experiences, since I am so new to it, and my overall feelings of the ride, how it feels, what it's like being in traffic, things like that, from a rider's standpoint. So I'll go ahead and I'll throw up the little video clip real quick at how the wind was coming back, and then we'll talk about some of the other things that I noticed too.
Have a good fourth. Have a good fourth.
Alright, so as you guys saw, it was a little windy, right? There was a little wandering, but overall not a bad ride back home. It was an experience that I can very, very hardly describe. Obviously it's way different than, you know, driving a car, and obviously it's even more different than being on a dirt bike. I don't have a lot of experience with two-wheeled dirt bikes. I've only been riding two-wheeled dirt bikes for like the last 3 years. And I've never been at those speeds before, so way different, especially with you know, the overall handling and everything like that. So best way I can describe it is you definitely have more control on the street than you do in dirt. Dirt, you kind of sliding around a little bit here and there, and so you get used to a different set of balancing techniques. So I learned that. Also, I'm at a much, you know, higher speed and everything else, and I'm involved in traffic, whereas when you're at dirt, I'm at a lot lower speed and I don't have to worry about traffic. The most I have to worry about is like a dirt mound. Things I noticed too, even though I had a little backpack, you don't really have a lot of room to, you know, put personal items that you might have picked up from the store or from like fast food. So backpack's gonna be your friend. I don't have saddlebags, nor do I, you know, intend on putting any kind of baggage on here. It's just for transportation, you know, and just kind of having fun with and whatnot. So yeah, I had a Gatorade that I bought. I just kind of shoved it in my jacket pocket because I didn't have my backpack during lunch, but on the way to work I just shoved 2 energy drinks in my bag, and I had a little clip that fell off at the store. I'll put that in here for you.
Morning, BJ.
Morning, bro. How you doing?
Good. You too. Really? Motherfucker.
So you can see, like, picking up items and trying to transport goods is going to be a little bit of a pain, but it's what it is. I don't think anyone ever gets on a bike and says, I'm going to go grocery shopping today. You know, obviously you go, you know, take your car if that's what you're going to do. Another thing was parking. So I did just, I took lunch and I parked in a regular parking spot, but it got me wondering and thinking. I've seen bikes in parking lots and I've seen them on sidewalks of certain stores. So I'm not too entirely sure if that's allowed or legal or whatever, but I have seen bikes on both the sidewalk as well as occupying regular parking spaces. So that's kind of one thing that I'm going to have to figure out too. Probably just been asking people or talking to you guys about what your experience is with parking and having a bike. You know, I'll probably have to read through some of the laws on parking bikes at stores, or at least ask store management what they think, or talk to other bikers and see what their take is on it. But that was another thing that I had thought about too, was parking. Headlights, braking, shift clutching, throttle control, all that stuff's pretty similar to my experience on dirt bikes, so it wasn't too hard to figure out, obviously, how to shift, how to stop, all that other stuff. But, you know, stopping more frequently and using a turn signal, I had to get used to that too, because there are a couple times that I've accidentally left the turn signal on and I have to remember that I gotta push to turn it off. I guess not all bikes are like that. Some of them, they turn off on their own. Some of them, you gotta manually turn them off. Another thing I'm starting to find out is, like, you know, integrated turn signals are illegal in the state of California, so I'm not planning on doing really any mods to this. I'm just gonna leave the bike as it is. But yeah, I was very excited and also really nervous in the beginning, mostly because of the people that were out there, and I wasn't sure, you know, how that whole ride experience was going to go. But it went really well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think, you know, once I get the, you know, my pants and the shoes in the mail, I think my riding experience will be a little bit more enjoyable because I'll be just that much safer rather than riding around in Vans and jeans, or in this case, motocross pants. Alright guys, well, that'll wrap it up. That's all I got for this video. Question that I had earlier from a friend of mine who watched my videos. He just text messaged me, he didn't post a comment or anything. But he was wondering who makes the jacket that I got and what type of helmet did I buy. So this is made by Speed and Strength. I picked it up at the Marine Corps base. It offers elbow and shoulder protection as well as a back pad in case, you know, you fall on the back and start sliding. Don't recall how much I picked it up for. I want to say, like, maybe it was like 180. Seems like a lot of riding gear is about 180. My shoes were 180. The pants I got were 180. The motorcycle helmet would have been 170, but I got a 20% discount because I bought the bike from the KTM shop. So they gave me like 15 or 20% discount, which brought the helmet down to 135. My helmet's made by Fly. I think it's pretty sick. It's a full-faced helmet. Again, I've got the GoPro Hero 4 Session on it, and it offers no microphone attachment, so unless I'm riding around the residential, being at like higher speeds, it's very, very windy and you can hear every bit of it, and I doubt that you could probably hear me talking. So at some point down the road, I may upgrade my GoPro to maybe like the Hero 5 and see if they have a mic attachment, and maybe get a mic attachment to shove into the helmet. But until then, it's going to be noisy, guys. There's not much I can do about it. Thanks as always for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. This was my experience for my first day jitters, and things that I noticed while I was riding the first day. So that's all I got for this video, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Happy 4th of July, and have fun. Cheers. See you guys later.